Welcome back to Stochastic Agency, everybody. My name is Brian. We're here today on August 22nd for RPG A Day 2022 with Who is Your Current Character? Well, I managed to sneak one in front of the one that I was going to talk about, and it's actually pretty good timing that this guy snuck in. So my current character is Sylvester Deus Dedit. He is a member of the Lord Washburn's military forces. He is a scout. He is a houndsman, a hunter, a trainer of hunting dogs and dogs in general. He lives in a place called Dredgewater, which takes place in a game called Dark Age of Man, which I'm getting a chance to kind of work on with some friends. There is a live play of our first session up on Roleplay Cafe if you'd like to check it out. And he is a young 20-ish, early 20s. The Dark Age of Man takes place during the Dark Ages. It's a relatively low fantasy setting. And he and his family have lived in this village for quite some time, or I guess I could say it's big enough to be a town, really. And being in the military, in the Dark Ages, he basically does what most people would think. He does his daily duties and whatever takes place there as a general character would when they're not off doing something or going out on orders, which would come down from Lord Washburn. He's a skeptic, although he has more pagan-like leanings than not. He's not a strict Christian character, and medium build. He's not a big guy. He's of Italian descent, so he's got dark curly hair. His features are somewhat rounded out through his English heritage, except for his nose, which kind of marks him as being of that descent. And his name also, Deus Dedit and Sylvester, are both Italian in origin. So he spends his time, hunting and helping to replenish the stores from wild game. He trains other scouts for Lord Washburn. I wouldn't necessarily call him, you could kind of say he fits into a ranger-like category, being a huntsman, being familiar with the land around Dredgewater, since his family has been here for quite some time. And that's really kind of where we're at with who Sylvester is. He's, well, maybe not. He is a peasant's person. He's not, given the current state of things, seeing the monarchy or the lordship, the rulership of Lord Washburn as being something that's very favorable. He's just trying to do the right thing for the village that he's grown up in, the town that he's known all his life, given where we currently are, which is actually a future question. So with that in mind, we're going to keep these videos kind of short. This is a bit of a introductory blurb, I guess, all week long about the current state of the character and who he is, why he's doing the things he's doing, especially given that we just had our very first session of Dark Age of Man on Saturday. So we'll get on to the next few questions later on. And as always, everybody, get out there and introduce people to more games if you can. Try and have a little bit more fun at the table. And by all means, be good to each other.